I want to get better at Japanese. I want to do a lot of cool stuff in Japan someday. And I'd be able to hold my own and not rely on others as much. I don't want to be a nuisance to friends, coworkers, or strangers if ever I travel to Japan, so I would like to learn what I can. Family member went to Japan and that's how she learned best. Honestly, I feel like that's how I learned best too. And that's why I'm not sweating it too much that I couldn't really handle getting a tutor anytime soon. As much as I'd really love that academic setting, and as much as an academic setting is really important for Japanese, like being literate, you have to study, you have to use flashcards, you have to do quizzes. But I do personally retain things very well when I learn it colloquially, like through conversation. When I learn it through interacting with humans who speak the language. And or like similarly situations where I say a word wrong and somebody is there to witness it. I remember that incorrect word forever and I never make the mistake again. Hopefully. Though even to this day, I've struggled with it for years. I sometimes will say, because, you know, as someone who cannot speak Japanese efficiently or fluently, it is a very common thing for me to say, yomemasen. And I do better now than I used to, but for a really long time, I'd say, hiragana ska nomemasen. Nomu? Nomu te nani? And it took saying it wrong enough times around people that spoke Japanese better than me to hammer it into my head that it is yomu. Nomu janakute yomu. You do not drink Japanese. You read it. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I think that is one plus side that makes it easier for me to not be super afraid about whenever that future comes around. I'm able to kind of hope and trust that when the time does come, that I can learn from those that are around me. And even now, I can learn from people around me, and it's a great privilege. I'm very thankful to be surrounded by so many cool people. I wish I could drink hiragana. That'd be so awesome. And kanji. Kuremasu ka? Can I do that? Can I drink kanji instead of learning it? That'd be so convenient. Could you imagine if they offered words as a beverage? What would it taste like? It would depend on the word that you're learning. It would depend on the word you're learning, and it's like one word per beverage. It would be so unfair if you learned a bunch. One character per beverage. And the flavor changes depending on what the word means. Unko, well, that would be a word you'd rather just learn normally, right? I don't want to know about that one. I'd rather not find out. I hope the day never comes that I know what that tastes like. I don't know what situation would result in that. I hope that day never comes for me, personally. You know, I have a curious mind. I like to explore. I like to taste things and smell things that I've never had before, even things that I think are probably kind of gross. I don't think I'd ever try that one. No, thank you. You can keep the unko beverage to yourself.